All right, guys, welcome back. We've got Sunny with us again.
What is going on?
We are going to get together on, once a month or so.
Yeah.
We're going to just talk social media.
That's
provide
right.
as much value as possible.
Yeah.
We both kind of live and breathe social media. We know the benefits of it.
Yep.
We see a lot of people out there not doing anything.
Right.
Some people are doing some things right.
Yep.
Some things wrong. And
Some people,
we
yeah.
don't know it all, right? But
Right.
we know the benefit of it, and we're trying to lead by example.
Yes.
And here goes. Let's
Yeah.
provide as much value as we can.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm excited for this. When you reached out to me, I was like, let's do this. I'm so down for this because people need to know, especially all the business owners out there, or even if you're not a business owner, if you're just work in the service industry and you need people to see you, people to know who you are, people to know you through word of mouth.
Even a promoter, you
yeah.
got to build your brand, you got a book,
whatever it is, whatever you're doing, social media works.
Yeah. And building your personal brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
So let's start with you got a new business, or you've got an existing business and you're not taking advantage of social media.
Yeah.
Where do we start? Where do you start?
Just pick up the damn phone and go film everything. It's like I tell, like I said on the last one, right? Just document everything. It's like you don't have to be a content creator to come up with stuff to post on your social media. Just document everything. For example, I sell insurance. The most boring thing you can think of.
Yeah,
it's like nobody.
Sound like social media.
It does not. People don't care about social media, or people don't care about insurance. But I found a way. I don't know. Just going back
to.
What
are you doing with insurance and social?
I just really started with. Actually, it didn't start with social media, but then I once I got the hang of social media, I said, you know what, I'm going to use social media towards my advantage. I've always been, I used to sell cars before I did insurance. I've always been in the sales industry, let's say, and I've always been the person I'm always available for you, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
I just put that out there on social media. And it actually took off from one of my very first commercial videos that I did for my insurance business. And it was just me. I was talking to people. I was saying, hey, if you own a business like this, I can insure you. If you own a truck, if you own a boat.
Okay. I see.
And I did that, and I finished the video with me in my shorts and my colorful socks. As you guys can see, I wear colorful socks all the time. I don't own a black pair of socks, or a plain pair of socks, I should say. And I finished the video with, I'm just sitting at the park with my laptop and my shorts, and my socks is showing. I'm just a fun guy. It's the weekend. I'm still available for you if you need me for insurance. That took off.
Gotcha.
That was my first.
And that's just being true to yourself, right?
That was just, I was like, you know what? Maybe if I make people laugh, it will help. And it did. I threw that video out there. People started. At first, it was just people laughing at me or laughing with me, whatever you want to take it. Either way, they watched it. It got some traction from that, and then from there, when I saw people started to take to that sock, I was like, I'm gonna start posting my socks every day. It was just the randomest things. It's like I said, people don't care about insurance, but I turned it into something fun and corny, if you will. But
it works.
It works. It works. People like the socks. Now, almost every time I see somebody, they're like, "What socks are you wearing today?"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I like that a lot.
So it's like, I'm the sock guy now, so
it's just your little niche.
It was just a funny thing that came up to me. Maybe somebody else did it and I saw it. I don't know, but it just came to me and I was like,
that's interesting.
Let's do it.
I had a consultation with a potential client the other day, and it's a cleaning company. Most boring thing ever.
It's like, what are you gonna do, right?
And she's like, what do I do? I'm trying to start this business, and it's out of state. She's got no idea what to do with content. I'm like, provide value.
Yeah.
Teach people about cleaning.
Right.
I don't know how good you are at cleaning, but I suck.
Yeah, I do too.
Educate the public. You got to remember, 99.9% of the people don't know cleaning inside out like you do.
Right.
You're a realtor, insurance broker, whatever it is. You live and breathe it.
Yeah.
Videography. But everyone outside of that have no idea what you're talking
Correct.
about. So you can start very basic. And I was like, teach people.
Yeah.
How to clean the toilet properly. How do you clean the bathroom properly? What's a good product? What's a bad product?
Agreed.
How to clean up dog fur.
Yeah.
What product's good for your kids? What products? It doesn't matter.
Right. As long as just give them some kind of value. That's the biggest thing. My business partner, Ray, he's in my media business. He says all the time, and when we go to meet clients, it's like, you can't just always ask. You have to give too.
Yeah, jab, right.
Yes, right? There's a right jab, right hook.
Book, Gary Vee, jab, right hook.
Well, actually,
value.
Yes, 100%. And it's very true. And same thing with insurance. I used to, and that's, after the sock video, and then I started doing little tips like, hey, if you don't know what so-and-so is, this is what it is. If you're a business owner, this is what you should be looking out for.
Gotcha.
And business insurance, there's a whole lot of things that go into business insurance. There's the basic insurance, which everybody requires, and then there's the little underlying coverages in an insurance policy that people don't know about, or if they're not educated about it, they're not going to know. They don't ask. Nobody tells them. Right. And then once something happens, then it's too late. So I started using that and putting content out there saying, hey, if you're a business owner, you should probably look into this. Just educate. Just throwing random words out there for them.
That's interesting.
And it's like
top of mind.
Always. 100%.
If someone's going to use someone, they're going to use you.
Right. And like I said, it's like, it's not always ask. It's you give them some value, and sometimes it's that value that they provide. They'll come back to you and say, oh, that was a great tip. How do I learn more about that? Or how do I...
Yeah, or they might recommend you to someone else.
Right.
For that.
Right, 100%.
Or it might take, like we talked about before, it might take a year of providing value.
Yes.
And then they're like, hey, now I need you.
Yes.
Or now I'm going to recommend you.
Yes. Since the last time we talked, which was a month ago, a little less than a month ago, I've already had 3 or 4 people that have reached out to me that I know they've been following me for years, but I just didn't think they would ever call me for insurance. Okay. One of the bigger food people out here that are taking off on social media, and they've got a great following. And I was like, man, if only I could get in there, And this morning she called me and says, hey, I've been following you for quite some time. I know you do insurance. Yes, I do. It's like the best feeling, and I was like, yes.
You can't pay for that opportunity.
100%, you cannot.
You got to put the time in.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it.
Yes, and that's 2.5, almost 3 years of time put in, but it's finally coming back, and that's what social media does for you.
So cool, right?
100%. Yes.
I worked with an air duct cleaning company last year.
Huh?
Air duct cleaning.
Oh yeah, okay.
So boring.
Right.
So boring.
Right.
I need help with social media. What do I do?
Yeah.
I'm like, provide value.
Yeah.
Why do you have to have the air ducts clean?
Yeah.
How often should they be done?
Right.
The
health benefits of it.
Health benefits.
Yeah.
What's the health consequences?
Yeah.
How bad it can be for your children?
Yeah.
What justifies being done properly?
Yeah.
Put this content out there.
Right.
No one else is doing that.
100%. I agree.
It's so simple, but it's so easy to overthink.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah. And I don't know how many times I've told people on Facebook, social media, whatever it is, they'll reach out to me for insurance, and I go through their pages. I go through to see, I search. They give me their business insurance. They give me the opportunity to work on their business insurance. And then I go look at, so now I have their information, I have their business name. Go search just search their social media platforms and say, hey, how come you don't have a page yet? You don't even have a social media page yet. It's like, what are you doing?
That's crazy.
And then people say, it's like, well, we're not open yet. We still have like 3-4 months. So start posting now. Say coming soon. You have to keep the people waiting. You have to get the people excited for what you're bringing to this town.
I love you say that, because by the time you open,
you've built the following
momentum.
Yes,
Day, opposed to opening the door
100%.
Starting.
Yes.
And let's talk about that. What would you document if you're opening a business? For me, it would be everything.
So, for example, for all my food truck people out there, if you see this, if you're new to the food truck business or restaurant, but whatever it be, actually it applies to everything. I'm just using food trucks as an example because that's my bread and butter, really. So, if you're planning your business, your everything's already in place. You're waiting for your health department, your licensing, all that kind of stuff. I know that takes 5 to 6 months, but first things first, you buy a trailer, snap a picture of the trailer. That's simple as that. It's like,
or a bunch of them.
It's like, or make a quick video around the trailer. It's like, hey guys, check out the new trailer, or take them inside your kitchen. It's like, guys, check out the new equipment that we've got in here. Check out this deep fryer. Anything, it's content. That's just the start. That's just the one.
And then what comes to my mind is the skin that you put on it.
Yeah. 100%.
Hey, I'm thinking about doing this.
Yes.
Or this. I just talked to this person. We're thinking about putting this on
right.
the front.
And get your people involved in that process if you'd like. Let's say
you like this one or this one.
Yeah, it's like give them options. Like your graphic designer is going to do the design. It's like, hey, throw them out there and say, what do you guys think? Let's get the people involved. That way you're starting to build your following. Something as simple as your menu creation. If you already don't have a menu and you're creating your menu as you go, make a video of whatever you're making.
It could be in the kitchen in your house, right?
It could be in the kitchen in your house. Yes. There are some people out there that I do seeing it and I love it. And I tell them,
what are they doing exactly?
They're just making recipes at their home, and there's like you can tell it's made in their house.
How cool is that?
And it's like,
and you feel part of the journey.
Right.
Relate,
yes. And if I feel like that, I'm sure everybody else that watches it feels like that too. Some people say, oh, you know what? I don't want people to think that we're just a home base. It's like, it doesn't matter. You're creating your menu for your business that's coming in 6 months. It doesn't matter where you're filming. What matters is that you're putting the content out there so people can see it and know that you're coming in 6 months or a year, or whatever it's like.
Most businesses start in the house.
Yes.
I mean, as simple as Apple starting in the garage.
Exactly.
You're talking about a food truck and Apple. Like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter where
you get to.
Exactly. I mean, that's so we talked about you bought your trailer, you wrapped your trailer, you got your menu going.
The types of food.
The types of foods that you're experimenting with.
Something comes to mind too. If you're doing a Brazilian type place, right? Mm-hmm. Why are you doing that?
Right.
Are you Brazilian?
Right.
Why do you love Brazilian food? What are you passionate about? Why are you doing that and not a million other options?
Right. That's another one, big one. Depending on your menu, what type of food you're doing, explain why you're doing that. 100%, I agree. Some of the chefs that I know out there, they're doing Latin American Filipino fusion. Why are you doing that? Are you a mixture of them? Yeah. Is your family? Are you married to?
Or are you just passionate
about it?
There's a million different reasons, right?
100%. Yeah. And some people I know chefs that are white as can be, but they go and cook Latin American cuisine or Filipino cuisine, and it's like, it tastes amazing. It doesn't matter, if you're from the culture or not. And especially if you're not from the culture, tell the people why you're doing it.
More of a unique story,
yes, right? I'm 100%.
I'm cooking Japanese food, like, why is this white, a stranger? I just love sushi or whatever it is, right?
Yeah. So what is like?
What about mistakes? Like showing you mistakes.
I do it all the time too.
I just cooked this dish and it just didn't work.
Yeah. Why not?
I gotta get back to
people do the bloopers all the time.
Yeah. It's
like you're doing a blooper reel. It's like, hey, I blooped up on this one on my food.
And that's probably the most relatable thing you can do, right?
Yeah.
As far as like that connection.
Yes, 100%.
Showing humility, showing you're human.
Yeah.
You make mistakes. It's not a perfect journey.
It's not.
Is.
It's not. And speaking about not being perfect, you post your bloopers. If you don't, I mean, cool. I mean, if you don't feel like it, that's fine. Some people don't feel comfortable doing that, and we get that. But
you're talking about like the truck, the skins, the food.
Yeah. There's these guys out there, the Antidote, shout out. They got amazing food. Those guys just post videos of them pouring sauce over a damn chicken. It's just real time, but it would look a lot better slow motion.
Yeah. As a videographer, that's crazy.
It does. But something as simple as just pouring sauce, and that's their key to pretty much all their foods, is their secret sauce, and it's just like we're just pouring the sauce over the chicken.
It's content, right?
It's content.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand when and going back to telling these people when I do their insurance and I go look and I don't see a social media page, and I tell them, guys, create a social media page. Oh, we're not open for another 6 months. It doesn't matter. Make your content. Do like we just talked about, the trailer, the wrap on the trailer, your menu. Get the people excited for what's coming in 6 months. And if you're afraid about people thinking that you're open right now, make your post and just in all caps, make sure you put some arrows to it and say coming soon, not open, so people don't think that you're. Some people are afraid of that, and some people are afraid of that. I was like, well, what if they think I'm open right now? Just let them know you're not, and just put coming soon. Or make a video.
It looks like in 5 months' time we're going to be open. 5 months' time, hey, we're behind schedule.
Yes,
it's going to be enough. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That's the relatability.
Yeah, and
we made this mistake that put us back 2 months.
Exactly.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, or whatever the case may be. Just document every single step of what you're doing, especially if you're a business owner.
It's your journey, right?
It's your journey. You're taking the people along with you on that journey, so people can relate more to you, and you build a following from it.
So what about this? You're a chef. You're starting a food truck. Hey, I'm a chef.
Yeah.
I'm not a content guy. I'm not a social media guy.
Yeah.
How do you get someone to pick up a camera, put their face on, and start making content? Because we've both been there.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. How
does this barbecue chef suddenly be a content creator, the face of the company?
Yes, going back to just picking up your phone and documenting everything. It's how do you? There's no way for somebody else to tell you what to do or make you do something that you're not comfortable doing. This is something that you are going to have to pick it up and do it yourself.
Because no one else is going to do it for you.
No one else is going to do it for you, especially if you're a new business, you're opening, you can't afford to pay somebody to take care of your social media. You can't afford to pay to make the professional content. You have a phone in your hand. I'm almost positive almost everybody has a smartphone now.
If you got a business, you got a phone.
You have to phone. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a smartphone. I think even the flip phones nowadays have the cameras in them, right?
You have $100.
It's like, or whatever it is. I mean, like I said, 99.9% of people, if you're in a business, you have a cell phone, and 9 times out of 10, it is a smartphone, which is the best invention you can ever think of. When it comes to social media, when it comes to promoting yourself. You can make phone calls and texts, but most importantly, you can make content.
Yeah. So let's so you got this is a business which is coming. Let's touch on that existing business.
Yeah.
And what comes to my mind, and we can say with food trucks if you want, is not capitalizing on unique things.
Yeah.
So I just shot the Rise Festival, big festival, 20,000 people.
Yeah.
I had someone come along and shoot me shooting it.
Right.
So now I've got photos and videos to leverage for months and months and months.
Right.
That, hey, I was the guy who was there shooting that festival.
Right.
So a food truck, there may be something on next week. You just posted something, right? Isn't there some Halloween food truck thing going on?
Yeah.
That's a perfect example, right?
As far as...
Like... in events where you can build momentum that, hey, I'm going to be at this event, but then also leveraging the fact that, hey, I was at this event, which means I can be at this next event.
Oh, yeah. Right. So yes, 100%. Existing business, you take on a job of, let's say, a fall festival or a trunk or treat or whatever it is,
a wedding,
whatever it is. Right? Document all of that, because that's going to show people that you can do big events like that.
Or you do events.
Or you do events.
You can hire us for a wedding.
Right.
We are available for First Friday.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Or to go to the Rice Festival, all the trucks that were there. There was about 20 food trucks there, and
say, hey, by the way, we're going to be at the Rice Festival in 2 weeks' time.
Right.
Document the journey.
Right. 100%.
And then leverage that for the next one next year.
Yes.
Or the Lantern Festival at Sunset Park.
Yes.
Or whatever it is.
Yes. I'm a big believer of all of that. I still reuse content from last year that I'll just repost it. It's like
I posted content the other day in a mask. Someone's like, "Why are you still wearing a mask?"
I was like,
"Picture's 2 years old."
Oh, 2 years old. Yeah.
No, I don't care.
Yeah.
Nobody knows when it's from.
Right.
It doesn't matter. But being present each and every day is more important.
Yeah. Somebody told me the other day, it's like, damn, you have so much stuff on your phone, like you need to delete. It's like, well, I still go through old stuff and I'll repost this stuff. I mean, because it's like, people don't remember what I posted last year or 2 years ago. It's like, it's like they're not going to know that I posted this already last year.
Gigabytes worth of external hard drives full of content.
Oh yeah.
And my phone is empty.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff. I'll take it from my hard drive to my phone and I'll post it. Yeah. So it's always.
Well, you have a lot more professional gear to this.
A lot of higher memory stuff.
Right. So with my phone stuff, I mean. I still have, I've got a 64 gig phone. So, for people out there that are thinking you cannot make content or it takes up too much room in your phone, I've got maybe 1,500 videos on my phone saved right now.
Do you really?
And thousands of pictures.
How good's that?
Huh?
How good's that?
Amazing.
And then you can use that.
So I still have content. Once I've gone through all the raw footage that I've shot, then I'll delete it. Sometimes I'll go with the raw footage. I'll piece them together, edit them, and it's all done through my phone, guys. It's so simple. It's like you don't need. If you want to look professional, I guess you need it. But if you just want to put content out there so people can see it, you don't need a MacBook. You don't need a fancy laptop. You don't need a fancy software. You don't need to pay for any softwares.
It's really interesting because I do it the other way and you do it that way.
And
they both work.
Right.
But I still do a lot your way.
Yeah.
So I got the expensive camera. I've got the software. I've got the computer.
Right. And because that's what you do.
That's what I do for a living.
Right.
And then you've got the other way where you got a phone.
And now you can see
the exact same things.
Exactly. And so people can see he's a professional. I'm not. But we do the same thing.
And we're just as present as each other. We're just hustling.
Yes.
But I do so much with my phone.
Yeah.
So much.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you do.
I love, and I just got the iPhone 13. That thing's amazing.
Oh yeah, I have an Android. It's not as clear as the iPhone cameras or whatnot, but hopefully soon I'll be upgrading.
Pick it up and use it.
But
it
still,
doesn't matter the tool.
It's still.
Are you using the tool? Yes.
Yes. And I tell people. Again, I tell people all the time, especially when it comes to the food business. Like if you're in the food business nowadays, you have to be on social media. You have to have the people like drool over your food over the phone.
It sells itself, right?
Yes.
Insurance doesn't.
It doesn't.
Cleaning doesn't. Cleaning doesn't. You got good food. You take a quick picture. It sells itself.
It's the easiest thing you can sell on social media. As long as it looks good.
Sauce. I love that. Pouring sauce on it.
It's the best thing. Or something as simple as grating your cheese. Hey guys, we don't buy store-bought shredded cheese. We grate our own cheese. Make a video of that. That's content.
That's content. I know it seems so simple, but it's so valuable.
It is. Like
I feel like people overthink it and don't take action.
Yeah.
And you and I realize that any action is better.
Yeah.
And I don't overthink. Half the time I don't even know what I'm posting. To be honest.
Same here.
I was like, did I?
It's like, yeah, so now it's, yeah.
Someone's like wearing my beard, my hair.
Whatever.
I'm just putting it out.
Yeah. And I mean, there are some times that I'll go back and look at a Facebook Live and I'll be like, damn, I did not look good in that video, but hey, it's already up. It's already up. People have seen it. People are commenting on it. Let's stay there. It's okay. It's good. We'll be fine.
Okay, so things that come to my mind, and this is what I preach to clients, potential clients: photos, videos, reels, testimonials, educational videos, time lapses.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you kind of add to that? And then we can get a little bit more depth on what that.
I mean, I think that's
live. That's one.
Oh, Facebook Live is actually really
any live.
Right. Oh yeah. Live is actually also a really good one. And recently, what gets more views, I guess, it's the shorts through all the platforms.
Yeah. So the vertical type.
Yeah. Instead of even. I used to use reels at the 26 seconds or 30-second reels.
Okay.
But now. I feel like I'm getting more views on the shorts, which is, I think it's like, I don't know if there's a specific time limit for it, but I usually keep it to 10, 12 seconds.
Okay.
And just put it out there. And it works.
So let's start with photos. Photos. So let's just say you got just using your phone, and we're just talking photos. Photos can be, this is wide. Photos can be of your product. It can be of your store. It can be of your customers. It can be of your food. It can be.
I mean, for my notary business, it's a picture of a damn pen in my notary book. It's literally that's it. It's my notary
like
book.
Stock footage type looking stuff, right?
And it's like simple. For food, you can post whatever food you sell. If you're an insurance guy.
Like photos of me, I got behind the scenes. I got a lot of behind the scenes photos.
Right. Yeah.
Which is me doing what I do for
right.
work. That's another one.
Yes, 100%.
You're a chef. You got your wife to take a picture, or your husband to take a picture of you making.
Yeah, behind the scenes is behind the scenes. It's, believe it or not, is actually like
gets more views.
It gets more views than it's like.
I spent all this time and effort with expensive gear,
right?
And then someone just
the behind the scenes gets more views.
So that's a good base on photos, right?
Yeah.
A customer drinking a coffee.
Yep.
And what I find, if you don't ask, you don't get. And
right.
I'm very polite. I'll ask anybody to do anything, and it could be a little baby. I'm like, hey, do you mind if I take a picture of your baby?
Yeah.
Everyone's always yes.
Yeah.
I would say 1 of 100 actually say no.
Yeah.
And it's how you do it.
Right. Yeah.
Do it professionally. Don't be creepy about it.
Yeah.
And I will ask. I was at the Rice Festival. Hey, can I take a picture of your kids filling it, writing on the lanterns?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just ask.
Yeah. This
especially you got a good business and you got a good rapport with your customers.
Right.
Just ask.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that 100%. But lately it's just been. I haven't had to ask for quite some time. It's like it just comes because of now it's become like we talk about all the time, being on top of mind for everybody. It's like you no matter what you put out there, just be on top of people's minds. And for me, with insurance, like I said, it wasn't ever talking about insurance or it's like that's not what had people reach out to me. It's just constantly I'm blowing up everyone's feeds. It's like I don't care. I mean, because I was watching a video today. My guy Mike Rowland, one of the realtors here in town, he was talking about one of the videos or one of the books by Grant Cardone, where he's talking about be obsessive with whatever you're doing. It's like it's like and it's like you be obsessed and people ask him, I guess, like, are you not afraid of blowing people up and blowing up their Facebook or their social media feeds or being annoying about it? Well, they can leave. If
I've
you,
always said that. I'm like, I've had people actually message me and like, no offense, but I'm taking you off Facebook because I'm sick of seeing your stuff.
oh, okay, bye.
And it's not like we're not friends anymore.
Right? Yeah, and then it's
sick of seeing me. I get it. I'm sick of seeing you. But I mean, for my goal and what I'm trying to do, that's what it takes.
That's
and
yes.
I've accepted that. Not everyone's going to approve it.
Yeah,
and it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I think my parents love it. They know everything I'm doing every minute of the day.
And my parents live out of the country. It's they know exactly what I'm doing. They know it's like how is the food, how is that food.
Yeah.
It's like they know exactly what we're talking about.
It's like this real life journey, public journey.
Right. I mean, it's
journal. Sorry.
Yeah. It's just like people do their vlogs or it's like
your friends might like it,
but and like my family that are don't live in the country, they all know what I'm doing most of the time. So yes, no matter what you post, I just think just post. I mean, something like hey, happy Wednesday, happy, just
that's something I haven't really done a lot of, but that's something I do see.
And it's like and for me, for last year, I used to do it like almost every day. I think I might have done 300 out of 365 days of posting my socks. It was just like now I've already went through all the socks. That's why I still slowed down on posting it every day. It's like
something. Johnny Richardson, realtor in town.
Yep.
You probably know
the shark. Yep.
He does birthday shout outs.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes.
That's unique. I think the last 2 or 3 years he's done a video for my birthday.
Yeah.
And him and I aren't that close. We've interacted a couple of times here and there.
Right.
But that's another way of getting his face out.
So I do that too. I just don't do a personal video.
How do you do it?
It's I just go post. I just say instead of happy birthday, I say happy born day. And I'll just go look for a GIF or GIF or however you want to call it. I'll just search really quick, happy birthday for, it's just, and whatever the funniest one pops up, I'll post it. Gotcha. It's just a funny GIF saying happy birthday. Some people like it, some people love it, some people say thank you. But hey, it doesn't matter. You say
as long as those things are done sincerely.
Yeah.
I think you can smell what's fake and what when you actually care.
100%. I mean,
you're genuine. Like through and through.
I mean,
I feel like you can smell that.
Yeah, 100%. And wishing somebody a happy birthday on social media, I mean, that could go either way for people. For me, it's just obviously I want to stay top of mind and I want to just let people know, hey, I'm still here. Yep. I'm here to wish you a birthday. If you're a client of mine and you happen to be in my system, I'm sending you a personal text saying happy birthday or email, or I'm sending out a handwritten card. Which is it's which nobody ever does anymore. And thank you to Facebook for that too, for reminding everybody about the birthdays. You can't forget. It's like it's right there, right when you open your page, and that's right. But it's part of my routine now. When I get to the office, like we talked about last time, I've got Facebook open on one screen. I've got my work page on the other screen. Once I've opened Facebook, you get to see the notifications right away. It's like, whose birthday is today? I go open everybody up, send everybody a birthday card, if you want to call it, a birthday gift.
You've developed like a habit of that.
It is.
It's like routine.
It's
that's interesting. That's something we can really touch on is a social media routine or daily habits, right?
Yeah.
And I've got mine. I'm sure you've got yours.
Yeah. Well, it's not a routine per se, except for the birthday portion of it. I mean, that's because that's the first thing when I come in. Not on a Monday morning. That's very busy. But almost every other day, that's like around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Some days I get busy before that and it doesn't happen until the end of the day, but I make it a point to go and wish everyone a birthday. It takes, some days there's more people than others that are, especially if you have almost 5,000 friends on your page.
I like that. So I've got a daily routine, and I would say probably 7 days a week. Yeah. Just because I enjoy it and it's not that hard.
Yeah.
So I've got my videography, photography, social media business. I'll make sure I put out X amount of posts for that business.
Yeah.
and that goes on Facebook Stories, LinkedIn, Instagram. I got 6 Instagram accounts.
Oh wow.
6 Instagram Stories.
Yeah.
My TikTok, and I make sure those posts go. That's the first thing I do in the morning.
Yeah.
First thing.
Yeah.
I don't do anything. I make sure I get, and that's probably at least 100, maybe 150, 200 posts over all those.
Yeah.
That's staple.
Yeah.
And then what I do, okay, now it's podcast time.
No, that's really
Now, because of this damn podcast, I've doubled my workload.
Right.
Okay, now I'm going to post my podcast,
right.
tag my podcast,
Right.
put those podcast clips on every single platform, just like I did social media.
Yeah.
But now I've literally just put myself out there 200 to 300 times.
Yeah.
First thing in the morning.
You
can't tell me eventually that's not going to pay dividends.
Yeah.
I don't know when it's going to happen. It might take 10 years.
Right.
But eventually,
it's someone's going to see it. That's
going to do a world of good.
Yes. I'm 100% a believer in that
and
too.
Do I enjoy it every time? No. Does it take time? Is it tedious?
Yeah.
Is it repetitive? Absolutely.
Yeah. Sometimes I think to myself, it's like,
why am I doing this?
It's like, or are people, like we talked about last time, are people watching this?
Yeah, people
do people really want to see my face 10 times a day? Or am I posting too much? Am I blowing up? But after I watched that video today, I was like, yeah, you don't like it?
So let's
yeah, there you go. Hey, if you don't like it, there's the unfollow button, or there's the mute button, or there's the unfriend button. Whatever you choose. Whatever it is. Yeah. That's. I'm fine with that.
And what I found, even with my my podcast,
I've got 4,900 other friends too. So.
I just found a new friend. My podcast clips, I'm posting them every day. I'm putting these platforms, and I'm like, and the other day I was like, I wonder how many views I'm actually getting on these clips.
Mm-hmm.
I'm averaging 500 views per day on one of these clips that we do.
That's huge. That's huge.
I was like, damn, I had no idea. I was like, yeah, and I did the averages, and I figured out 500 posts. So I do probably 4 podcast reels a day.
Okay,
That's 2,000 people who are watching me on a daily basis on this podcast.
Yep.
That's not in my videography business. I was like, that's
priceless. I'm sure.
That might be 5,000 a day eventually.
Yeah, and I'm sure you talk about your videography business in your podcast at least once or twice.
I'm starting to work out how to combine it
So those people that watch your podcast now also know that you do videography.
And I was like, 500 people. If you put 500 people together, that's huge.
Yeah, and
that's business owners, entrepreneurs, fitness, weight loss, single, whatever it is.
And another thing to touch on the social media and podcasting is just like we just talked about. It all interconnects. You will be seen at some point on someone's feed and learn something new. Like maybe somebody on your page will now learn that I do insurance. It's like a win-win, right? It's like a win-win. Yes. Yeah. And so for everybody else out there watching, like I've made the post about it earlier this week. If you're interested in doing a podcast, come in. Because that's social media, podcasting, all ties in together. It is going to help you build your following. More people are going to see you.
They get to know you more on a personal.
Yes.
Level,
yeah,
right?
because and that's
especially for me. Pretty photos, pretty videos. Who's this big dude?
Right.
No one really knows anything.
Yeah.
Then I open my mouth. People are like, oh wow, this guy's actually got a brain.
Yeah.
This guy reads 60 books a year.
Right. Yeah.
He has his podcast.
Yeah.
Has intelligent conversations.
Exactly.
He generally wants to help other people.
And
you can relate to me.
Yeah.
And when you meet me, I'm the same exact person in real life.
100%.
And you're exactly the same.
And well, when I made the post the other day, some people are like, I think one of them said, who is that guy? Or, what's the podcast about? And I sent him a link. I was like, hey, this is a link. This is what it looks like. And now you know what it looks like. But not knowing anything that I touch, and I'm sure it's the same with you, anything you touch also is going to get either shared, posted, reshared, reposted. Between the two of us, we've got 10,000 friends.
Yeah, and it's crazy because what's happening now is flicking through Facebook and I see myself.
Yeah,
and
on my page.
And then I'm on Instagram. I see myself. Someone else.
Yeah, and it's
oh
like,
my god, I'm popping up here.
So now,
and I'm not even doing the legwork.
Really quickly, people are going to learn about the podcast, and I hope people, like I said, hope you watch it. Hope you reach out to Brendan here and get yourself on the podcast because it's a great conversation.
We're trying to provide value.
Provide value. Great conversation.
Is to help other people.
Yep.
I've had one person I've asked on the podcast and like, what's in it for me? And when I heard that, I'm like, you're the wrong guest for the podcast.
Yeah. No.
Did you ask that?
No. I was like, sign me up.
and that's what I'm looking for.
Right.
Helping as many people as possible.
Yeah, and I've been about that since I really dove into this whole social media thing. It was what can I do in my power, or use my leverage, or use my following, whatever you want to call it. Influence, yeah, whatever you want to call it. How do I use that to provide value, help other people? And it really took off from when the pandemic happened. And it was I was just watching small businesses having to close their doors left and right. It was the most heartbreaking thing. I was like, damn, they put their whole life savings into this. And I've seen people like tear up because they had to close their business, COVID and after COVID and whatnot. I still have people that are, going through it. And I tell...
The cool thing though is, Richard Branson talks about this. Rather than complaining, listen to someone's complaint, and if you can solve that complaint, there's an opportunity.
Yeah.
And that's what you did.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, this is so unfair. COVID's against us, blah, blah, blah. You're like, hey, there's people in need. What can I do?
Right. And
that's what you did.
And that's exactly what I did.
It's changed your life completely, right?
Yep.
And you could have been one of those people like, hey, COVID, this sucks.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And that's what put me, put more pressure into that was, like I said, we've been there. Our family business, we've been there. This was pre-COVID and whatnot, but we've been there and we know what community support means and what.
Wouldn't you love to see this conversation when you're running a business?
Oh yeah, yeah. 6 years ago, this would have helped a lot.
This would have been priceless.
It really would have been.
Would you have taken action or not? And that's what we're trying to get across.
Yes.
You got to take action.
You've got to take action.
This information is pointless
if you don't. Action. Yes. Yeah.
I want to touch on. So we went over types of photos, what type of stuff you could be taking. So videos. Let's talk about like types of videos that you can be doing. So first thing comes to mind is like going live, talking.
Yep.
Second thing is anything you can take a photo of. You can
take a videotape too.
Yeah, so you can document it through that.
Yep.
Then you can hit up customers for testimonials.
Yep.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
If everyone like, hey, I was at Speed Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, do you like what I do? Like, yeah, would you mind giving me a 30-second testimonial? Stand there in front of the sign, person talking about Speed Vegas.
Yeah.
So credible.
Right.
I now have that piece of content for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
I can post that tomorrow and people don't know if it's done yesterday or 5 years ago.
Right.
And it's such a big, credible business in town that they can leverage.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
So that's another way. Educational videos is another way.
Yes. Yes.
What else comes to mind as far as video side of things for social media? Things you see, things that you like. And video meaning a short, a reel, a TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
A Facebook ad.
Yes. I'm not big on Facebook ads. Well, because I feel like I've built up enough of a following to where without well, maybe I do. Maybe I'll reach a bigger audience by doing that.
So
but
I like Facebook ads because it's another way for me to pop up. So I'm doing this organic free stuff myself.
Yeah.
But then if I can pay to have.
True.
And then you get the podcast. It all kind of comes full circle.
I agree. And we offer that to our clients too. When we do the social media packages, we tell them like, hey, we'll do the content, we'll create the content, we'll do all that for you. If you want the extra boost, you just pay an extra $50, $100, boost the post, and that will give you an extra couple thousand, tens of thousands of people as reach. So absolutely, it works. I just don't use it in my business model because
Yeah, and it's what works for you.
It's like one, I don't feel like spending the money. Two, I don't have the time to. My workload is big enough to where I don't really need that extra push right now, right this second, because I pretty much handle everything by myself. And I've got my partner in the media business. He takes care of all the professional video work and camera work.
As far as video, what do you recommend? What's something I might have missed?
The shorts is.
So you like short snippets, vertical short snippets.
Vertical short snips, because now people that we talked about this last time too. People are on their phones 3 to 6 hours on social media, but 90% of the time they're just scrolling through, and
short and sweet being better.
It's like you want to get their attention within the first 10 seconds of what they're.
I would say 3.
3 seconds. Yeah, you
3 second hold. Right?
It's like you have it even down to the nail, probably better than I do. But
let me give you an example of that. If you go to YouTube and it's a 10-minute video, and like, hey, sorry, I haven't posted. My mom's, uncle, sister's dog's been sick. I've had a bit of a cold.
Yeah.
You're switched off. You're out of there. You're like, I'm just trying to get to the bit where I'm learning how to boil an egg.
Right.
I don't care about the rest of this.
Yeah.
Or you go to a shot, like you're talking about how to boil an egg. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. And it's like I've
10 seconds out of there. You've got
literally 10 seconds.
Why are you going to sit there and watch that BS or that fluff?
Yeah.
When you can go the other way. And that's why they're winning.
Yes, and it makes sense, and that's why people now are telling. Everybody on social media is talking about just do the shorts, and that's what's going to get people's attention. It used to be the 26, 30 seconds used to be okay. 45 seconds even used to be okay. Now that's
what's the same. Our attention spans worse than a golf.
Yeah, it's like it's really bad nowadays. It's crazy. People don't want to sit there and watch the whole damn thing. So
some people do.
And some people do. That's
and what Gary Vee says. I'll touch on that. He goes, if you make long form content, so long form content being like a podcast like this might be an hour podcast, and then cut it up into medium form content, 3 to 7 minute clips, which is the nuggets out of our conversation, and then go through and chop it up even more,
and give them 30 seconds, 40 seconds
to 60 seconds, gold nuggets. So long form, medium form, short form, and then post that everywhere. And the short form will lead back to the long form. The long form will lead to the short form. Worst case scenario, you'll get a couple of views on short form. Right. But it all can come full circle, and that's how you kind of got to do it.
Yes.
And then I don't mean to keep talking, but adding captions.
Yes.
80% of videos are watched without sound. And I know personally when I use social media for myself, it's in the morning when I'm in bed, it's at night before I go to bed, and that's the only time I really use it.
And you have to have the volume down.
My volume's completely down.
I agree.
Yeah, touch on me that with the captions.
Believe it or not, I actually got that from you.
Did you see it in the video?
Yes, I did.
I taught you something for a video. That's what was saying.
It's 100%. The credit goes to you for that.
That's the power.
And guess what? I watched the video while you were talking about it. My volume was down, and I read the captions, and it says put captions on so you can know what he's talking about. I was and then I started doing it.
And it's probably a game changer for you.
You know, I still sometimes forget to, because
it's more effort for sure.
Yeah, it's like I posted a reel yesterday of me doing insurance. Guys, I document every single thing I do. It's like I went to go do insurance for a new restaurant coming to town. I made a video. I got excited. I posted it too quick. I forgot to do. I was like, oh man, this already has so many views. I can't delete it now. Like people are already liking and commenting. I was like, damn, I can't delete it now. But yes, I still do forget every once in a while to add the captions. But for the food videos and stuff like that, you don't need to. But if you're talking to somebody, if you're making a video, informational video, or if you're talking to it's like like conversation, like any type of audio or speaking audio, I should say, because if it's just music audio, nobody cares. If it's people are talking, always use captions.
And you do it. So you do it through Facebook stories, right?
Yeah.
So you post a video on stories and then you add a caption,
save it,
and then you save it to your phone.
Yep.
I do it through Instagram.
Yeah.
Why? That's just the way I did it.
Well, I mean,
why you do it that way? Looks, just the way that you figured it out.
Looks like I think every platform, I believe, now has the option to do that.
TikTok does. I can't figure out TikTok. Every time I do
I'm not on TikTok right now, so I don't know. No.
Really?
No, I'm not.
Oh my God.
I know.
You need to get on that.
I just haven't had the time to get on it. But we'll talk about that different day. I know. It's like, and the only reason I never did it is because the type of insurance content that I was looking for and the type of demographic that I was going after, they're not on TikTok. So I was like, but now it seems like it's getting there too. That's getting to it too. So it will get there, and I will get there too.
And I want to touch on that, right? Because you can't have all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Meaning, if you're kicking butt on Facebook and you're just on Facebook, anything can happen at any time.
Yep.
Facebook can come down. Facebook can shut. People get off Facebook, and all of a sudden, your president you're following is not.
Or you could get locked out of Facebook.
You get locked out. You can't monetize. Whatever it is. So that's why I'm very big that you need to be on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You need to be.
I'm not on LinkedIn yet. I am on YouTube. I am on Instagram. So. It's
you just don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, especially the way TikTok is. It's a Chinese company. Maybe one day America bans it.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden, like, hey, my TikTok influence just disappeared.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I do agree with that. So I just.
It's scary.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, and that's especially when you've built your following or your built your business or your brand.
I know a lot of YouTubers, full-time YouTubers, and all their money comes from YouTube, and they're so worried they get demonetized or something happens.
And then what's going to happen?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden their really good full-time income is now zero.
Zero. Yeah,
that's super scary.
Yeah, and I'm not practicing what I preach for. 100% on that part, right? It's like,
that's the beauty about this conversation is like, I'm going to go start going live because I don't go live.
Yeah,
You're going to start a TikTok.
Yeah, it's like, but what he said is absolutely right. Always make sure to have diversify Facebook.
And we're not claiming to be experts at this. We're just people who use it more than most people on town, and it's working really well for us. And you can always learn more, you can always do better, but we're trying to get someone who's not quite doing as much as us to do as much as us, and we can do
or beyond, or even start doing it.
Or surpass us.
It's like, if you surpass us, we'll go props to you.
I was sick of seeing this stuff. I'm going to delete them.
Oh, gee. No, but going back to just doing it, right? That's the half the battle right there. It's like wanting to do it and picking up your phone and just
out of your own way, out of your own head.
Yes.
The meeting I had yesterday, she's like, I'm in my own head. I can't get past that.
Yeah,
you got to get past that.
Yeah, especially if you own a business, if that's your livelihood.
Why not?
Why not?
Would you rather be like, oh, I'm worried how my hair is, and someone says this, or I'm out of business, I can't pay the bills.
Yeah, and that's like,
the reality of it.
like we talked about last time, that I started doing it out of like necessity. It's like desperation is like I need I don't know if I mentioned this. I was like I just stumbled upon the insurance industry, and I started with no contacts, no leads, no nothing to start the insurance business with. And I was like, what am I going to do? And blessing in disguise, I mean, don't hate me for saying this, but COVID actually helped me out. I know it didn't for many people, but when I say COVID actually helped me out, I mean, it made me get out there and look for find a different way to find business, because COVID happened. People are like, oh, we're not going to pay for it. And most people didn't pay for insurance for 6 months, whatever it may be. And it's like people were dropping left and right. It's like now they're shopping you because their rates are too high. They want to save some money because they're out of work because of that. It's like, what am I going to do? And long story short, it led to me to this point. And that's why I say this all the time. People ask me all the time, it's like, how you're doing this and that. And I used to tell, like, this was like last year, 2 years ago, I used to tell, like, COVID, when like 2020 was the best year for me, like, because that's where I picked up my momentum, and it's like, let's go. It was
when things were hard, so then when things get easy, it got even easier.
Right, and it's like, again, I don't want to rain down on the people that didn't make it, or I still feel for them, and I feel like everyone should have or could have gotten out of the situation. Some people were too deep into it; they couldn't have got. I understand that, but if you had, and especially in 2020, it was all retail, and everybody that was not essential was. They were doomed from the beginning. So that's I can't really knock them for that. But everybody else, if you were in the insurance industry and you are not, you didn't make it, that's shame on you. I feel like every other industry, almost every other industry.
Even like bringing it into today.
Yeah.
Like, I was at a real estate meeting the other day. There was like 30 real estate agents being trained by someone who knows what they're doing. Mm. And you could tell some people were going to listen, some people weren't.
Yeah.
And it was as simple as that.
Yeah.
And like Grant Cardone talks about, like, doing fake sales calls.
Yeah.
Practicing sales.
Yeah.
Calling people, DMing people, cold calls. Like, simple thing. I DM people all the time.
Yeah. We talked about this last time.
Yeah. Someone follows me, I send them a DM.
Yeah.
At one point, I was sending 1,600 DMs per week to businesses. Who's going to get more work?
You.
The person posting all day, every day, and DMing everybody, or the person that's sitting home, like, waiting for the phone to call?
Yeah.
And it's as simple
as that. Simple as that. And going back to DMing people, I started with, and this had nothing to do with my insurance business, right? So when the 2020 shit happened, I was DMing people just to say, hey, would you like a free small business spotlight from me? No, no strings attached, no questions, no hidden agenda. I'm here. I'm helping my people out already, and it's going to take me an extra 30 seconds, 45 seconds to hit share. I'm not doing anything extra. I'm just sharing your post.
That's interesting.
And it's like
so simple.
It's simple, It's like that's how I started. That's how I got into. That's how I started to tap into the small businesses, especially with the food industry out here, food and beverage.
What I hit up businesses like, hey, would you be interested in a free video or free photo shoot?
Right.
I did it for Papillon Helicopters. They landed me a big ass contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've done in the industry free for fee.
Yeah.
So you do it for free, and if they like what you do, someone else is going to
convert.
See it, or you maybe 2 years time. Hey, I love video. You did this for free 2 years ago. Now we want to hire you. If you don't do anything, nothing's going to change.
It could be something as simple as, going back to the festivals and food trucks. I was at one of the festivals, one of the food truck people came up to me. He's like, Sonny, it's like everyone else has a line, we don't. What's going on? I was like, have you tried giving away free samples? He's like, oh. I went back to him within an hour. He's like, bro, thank you.
It's not right.
I was like,
it's sometimes.
It's like, it's like you just have to.
Something else that blows my mind is a TV is worth $100 these days.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a restaurant who's got TVs on the wall displaying their menu.
Mm-hmm.
Next to none. It boggles my mind.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple.
Yeah.
Greek Cafe, I think it is. It's a family-owned restaurant. They got 2 TVs up, and it's just B-roll of them cooking the food, making the food.
Nobody does that.
A slideshow of all the products.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there eating, and I'm full, but I still want to buy more because it looks delicious.
I agree.
It's a $100 TV.
Yeah.
Someone like me can go in and shoot the content.
Yeah.
and you got it forever.
100%.
And it just rotates.
Yes.
And all that content can be put on social media.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yep.
take advantage of this.
It's like, so something.
Yeah, give me our samples. It's so simple.
It's like, it's something as simple as that could make or break your night, right? And
oh, sorry, I didn't want to cut. So
No.
you've seen the cookie guy on TikTok?
the cookie guy.
Ah, it's so cool.
Uh-oh.
So it's a business and he makes these beautiful cookies and he has someone walk around with him, filming him, and he goes to the beach, he goes to the park, gives out free cookies.
No way.
And he's like, would you like a free cookie? The only catch, just let me know what you think.
Okay.
So real, so organic.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh my God, this is delicious.
Yeah.
I would give this 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
You can't tell me he's not selling cookies.
Yeah. No
from
kidding.
his free videos he's putting out there.
Yeah.
What a simple way of doing it. I love that.
And yeah, it's very simple, and people don't think about it. And I tell this to people all the time. It's especially when it comes to that kind of setting, and when it's like, oh, we're slow, everyone else is busy. Well, get some food, step out your damn truck, and
I think that's what it was. So for me personally, I did a segment called Shooting Strangers.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, I would go to 7 Magic Mountains, go to Las Vegas Strip.
Yep.
Hey, my brand name's Brandon, I'm a photographer. Would you be interested in a quick 5-minute photo shoot?
Yeah.
And I'll do it for free.
And it turns out amazing.
And they get these cool photos, and now I've got photos to post.
Yeah.
They've got photos they're going to post and tag me in.
Yeah.
I'd have someone shoot behind the scenes of it. I'd make a little episode out of it.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. It's like...
So put it this, I went to a photo shoot, and there was 6 photographers there. It was like a collab thing. I walked in, every single person knew me by name because of that show.
Wow.
No one had ever commented. No one had ever reached out to me. Everybody knew who I was.
Nice.
And I didn't mean that arrogant way. They knew who I was because I was putting out stuff.
Oh yeah.
Full stop.
So it happens to me too.
There's a barber on TikTok, and he goes around and gives free haircuts. And he has a conversation with him, and he films it. He's got millions of followers. You can't tell me he's not killing it.
Yeah.
It's so, that's what I mean. It's so powerful.
Yeah, it is.
It's so powerful. If you can be unique and think of something different and take action on it and stay consistent with it,
yes,
you can blow your business.
And honestly, you don't even have to be unique. You don't even
Shooting Strangers, I stole someone else. I just made it
it's
not unique. It's someone else's idea, but I loved it.
It's like I say, it doesn't have you don't have to come up with the idea. Is what I'm trying to get at. You don't have to come up with the idea. Just for me, it was, why did I start doing those small business spotlights? Because some agent in Madison, Wisconsin was doing it. I just happened to follow because I'm on a Facebook group where it's all insurance agents from all over the country, and she just posted something about some of her clients, and that's what got me going. I was like, oh, no one here is doing it. So why not?
Now it's your thing.
It's like, and I think now it's my thing everywhere. I don't know. I honestly, I don't think there is. I mean, obviously, there's all the social media influencers, the food bloggers, and this and that. I want to say, and I'm almost positive, if I know for a fact in Vegas, I'm the only one that does that.
Okay.
An insurance agent that goes and eats at all these different places. I mean, people tell me this all the time, so I know. And like I said, I don't know of any other agent out there, and I know almost half the insurance agents here in town too. And none of them are doing it. I know some of the realtors are doing it now. But
it's cool when people start to
it's like, hey,
when people start to copy what you're doing.
It's like
it's
a form of flattery, right?
Yeah,
so yeah, please do. It's not hurting me anymore because I've already got to the level. And again, I don't mean to brag or sound arrogant about it. It's like I've put the work in. I'm already. I feel like I'm pretty up there on that level to where. If you want to do the same thing I'm doing, I please do challenge you to do it, and maybe it will help you out with your business. And going back to our last segment, to where all the insurance agents in town, I'll be your friend. It's like, you're not competition to me. I'm not scared of losing business to you, because.
Oh, sorry, keep going.
Because I mean that's just the person I am, and that's just the type of relationship you have to build in this town, especially here in Vegas. So small, everybody knows everybody, especially if you're, like pretty visible on social media. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like what you're saying about putting the work in, because even with this podcast, I know to get the people I want to talk to,
right.
I got to put the work in.
Yeah.
I might have to have thousands of conversations before I get to
Mm-hmm.
people I really want to talk to.
Yeah.
And it's not dissing anybody else. I love every single conversation, but there are certain people I want to talk to.
Oh yeah, I bet.
But I need to.
Same for me. It's like
that's exactly what
same for me. I was like, and to be frankly honest, I'll take any podcast opportunity that I get.
Wow.
You know, it's like for you, with you, and I know you're very well connected in the city. There's a couple of other guys that do podcasts, and if they invite me, I'll jump on it. I'll be the first one. I'll be the first one to go on there.
So you know Andrew Tate, right?
Andrew Tate.
Yeah, you might not know him. So he's a guy who jumped on a bunch of podcasts on TikTok and just blew up.
Oh.
And he wasn't a very liked guy, but he got really big.
Okay.
And you know Mr. Beast? He's the biggest YouTuber out there.
I think I might have heard of him.
He's the number one YouTuber. He makes the most amount of money on YouTube. And he saw what Andrew Tate did, and he's like, wow, all this free publicity by jumping on a bunch of podcasts.
Yeah.
And he's already the biggest in the world, and now he's on every single podcast he can possibly find. Yeah. So guess what? He's handfold himself by leveraging himself and seeing an opportunity.
Yeah.
And not like, oh yeah, that was silly. That was great. That was a great option. That was a great idea. Let's take advantage.
And it's like
that's someone legit.
Yeah.
Like, who's like, oh my god, there's an opportunity. Why haven't I thought of this sooner?
Yeah, no kidding. And I tell people who ask me this, like, how do you have the time? Why do you do it? Because I mean, it's why not?
Why are you not doing it?
Why are you not doing it? You know, it's like, and there are some other insurance agents out there that have their own podcasts too. I don't know where I was going with this, but point is, whatever you can do to get your name out there, put yourself in front of people, that be a podcast, a video, pictures, shorts, reels, Facebook lives, Instagram lives, all the lives, whatever you do, just do it. Just don't overthink it. Yeah, and
I think you're on the same page with this. Provide value first.
Yes. Providing value is very valuable, because people don't always want to. People don't want to really do, or
they don't be sold to.
It's like they don't. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, you don't want to look at that.
Sell. People like just shut down.
Exactly, and that's one of the things I did too with the insurance thing. Is like I never really talked about insurance. That would, like, except for the first couple of videos that I did, and then I did another one. Actually, the winter of 2020, I think it was. We went up to the mountains on Mount Charleston. Guess what I did? I brought my laptop with me. I went on top of the mountains, and I don't know if you might have not seen the video. I was in the middle of the forest on top, and then I had my brother had a drone at the time. We just filmed a video of me sitting on the top of the mountains in the middle of the forest. So it's snow, and I'm wearing my shorts. I've got my socks on. And I'm on top of the mountain, and he just zoomed out, and it's like I'm sitting there working on top of the mountain. It's like, it's like whatever it takes. I've almost did one at the Dry Lake Beds, a couple of years ago too. It's like, hey, I'm available even on a dry day, So
I actually shot a guy recently who was a programmer. He's got a YouTube channel. He's a pretty big YouTuber. He bought a desk, took him in the middle of Dry Lakes. I did some photos and video of him in the middle of nowhere.
It's the funniest thing. It's like and that type of stuff. It's comical. Some people might laugh at you, but the majority of people are gonna laugh and think like, this guy is cool. He's a relatable guy. It's like and so those were the two actual like videos and something that I did saying, hey, this is what I do. I'm available for you. I'm your insurance guy 24/7, 365 days. Whenever you need insurance, if you're my client, I'm always available for you. I made it a point. And then on the weekends, 95% of insurance agents out there don't work on the weekends.
Okay, so there's a huge
So,
opportunity.
yeah, and going back to taking pictures. I'm just sitting in my front yard or my backyard. Got my laptop, quick picture showing that I'm working and I'm at home on a Sunday or a Saturday. Sometimes there's been times where somebody hits me up at night and I'll take a picture. And my wife said, why are you taking pictures of it? Like, because it's content. It's like document everything you do. And something
as thinking for myself now. What else can I do?
It's like something as simple as
make each other accountable.
To take a picture of that you're doing work at night and post it.
This is interesting.
And
now you and I are going to be like pushing each other harder.
Yeah, there you go. It's like and the same thing. You can take a photo. You can make a video. That one night, or during the day, because there's nothing else really going on, I took a picture of it. The time when it was nighttime, the moon was out. I think it was a full moon or almost a full moon. Quick video. Hey, here's my laptop. Here's the full moon. I'm working on a Sunday night. It's like, but yeah, that's really only things I post about my insurance. Everything else is me posting about everyone else. Sharing everyone else's posts, sharing food that I eat, services that I've used. And that's also something that gets people relatable to you. It's like, he's not just all, just trying to sell us on insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
He we know what he eats. We we know what he does. It's like, pretty much. So I will say this though. I try to incorporate my personal life into my social media, just a tad bit, just to show people that
it's the balance that you're comfortable with.
Right.
Some people don't do it all.
And I used to go either extreme, but now I've got that the balance for me to where it's like you don't have to do it. You don't have to. But for me, the way I looked at it is like, if people can relate to me on a personal level, they're most likely going to relate with me on a business level too.